Walang personalan.
Nasa linya na po natin ang Batangas 2nd District Representative at Chairperson ng House Committee on Justice, Congresswoman Jervil Luistro. Congresswoman Luistro, Igan at Connie, magandang umaga po.
Good morning po, ma'am.
Good morning, Egan and Connie, and thank you for having me here sa one-on-one, walang personalan.
Yes,
Salamat
ma'am.
po. Kahapon po, panayam po namin si Atty. Michael Powa, tagapagsalita ng Office of the Vice President sa kasong impeachment. Sinasabi niya po na baka dumulog sila, yung possibility na dudulog sila sa Korte Suprema para questionin yung proceedings ngayon ng Justice Committee dahil ang trial daw ay solong kapangyarihan ng Senado. Kaya nga natanong namin, ano ba pagkakaiba ng hearing tsaka mini trial, Congresswoman?
Again, the reason kung bakit nagamit ang salitang mini trial, no? It was my intention to make it understandable upang higit na maunawaan ng sambayan ng Pilipino. Remember, ang tumatak sa isip ng mga tao ay yung mga napapanood nilang impeachment trial sa Senado. That includes yung naging trial kay former President Joseph Estrada, former Chief Justice Corona, no? Ito yung tumatak sa isip ng mga tao. So just for them to understand what is happening or what will happen in the Justice Committee, compare with what is happening in the Senate, nagamit yung word na mini trial. But that was to mean ito yung maliit na proceeding kumpara sa pagdinig na ginagawa doon sa Senado. Nonetheless, the intention was only to explain ito yung maliit na proceeding where magkakaroon ng presentation ng evidence both the complainant and the respondent para mag-guide ang justice members in the determination of probable cause. No? And having said that, ito ang napakalaking pagkakaiba ng proceeding before the Senate, we call trial, at proceeding before the Justice Committee, which we call clarificatory hearing or hearing proper, quote-unquote, sapagkat ito yung saktong ginamit na terminology dun sa ating rules. No?
Hindi
Yeah?
sumobra sa kapangyarihan ng Justice Committee na binabanggit ni Atty. Powa?
No. As a matter of fact, we are following the rules of impeachment by the letter. No?
Okay.
Kung anong nakasaad mismo doon sa rules of impeachment ng Kongreso, yun ang ating sinusundan. And of course, itong sinasabi namin na hearing proper, no? Hearing proper or clarificatory hearing or determination of probable cause, ito ay nakasaad sa Section 7 ng Rules of Impeachment ng House of Representatives na noon pa man in the past impeachment processes ay ginagamit na. Okay, I want to point out, Connie and Arnold, Egan, habang or if ever that mini trial was inaccurate for the purpose of describing the proceeding before the Justice Committee, I just want them to understand, you do not judge the proceeding by the name. You do not judge the proceeding by the nomenclature. You do not judge the proceeding by the label. You judge the proceeding by the actions which the Justice Committee take to comply with the hearing proper required under Section 7 of the Rules of Impeachment. What is important? Dito sa Justice Committee, probable cause lang ang ating hinahanap. And by probable cause, it means justification to be able to proceed to trial.
Okay.
No? Samantalang ang nangyayari sa Senado, trial, the purpose of which is to determine the guilt or the innocence of the respondent, in which case, if found guilty, magkakaroon ng imposition of penalty, which are removal and perpetual disqualification to hold any public office.
Ayun, malinaw.
Kumbaga sa regular court proceedings, kayo sa piskal.
That's
Tama ba?
correct, Egan. That's correct.
So,
Tayo yung fiscal at sila yung mga judges.
yan,
okay.
tama. At least malinaw na ho. Ito lang ang isa pa hong
Sa
gusto
atin,
nating...
malinaw sa atin.
Gusto nating mas linawin pa. Kasi sabi nga, yung dun sa presentation of evidence, ma'am, ididetalye na ba doon lahat po, halimbawa yung bank records, yung details ba nun mababanggit na po sa Justice Committee, or titignan nyo lang kung ito ho ay authentic or kaya ito ho ba ay may basihan?
Well, the accurate terminology, Connie, is this is a clarificatory hearing. No?
Okay.
Bagaman ang mangyayaring presentation of evidence is not as exhaustive, hindi siya exhaustive ng mangyayari sa trial. Dito, binibigyan natin ng pagkakataon ng justice members who are acting as investigators to clarify matters which are in the impeachment complaint or the evidence which are being presented, no? So kung may nakikita ang mga justice members na malalabong aligasyon or gustong may ipa-confirm, they can do that because
see.
that is the purpose of clarificatory hearing. But of course, this is not as full-blown as the trial that will happen in the Senate. Again, maaalala nyo, ang first impeachment complaint na declare unconstitutional by the Supreme Court. Why? The substance of the decision is we violated the due process sapagkat hindi nagkaroon ng pag-aaral ng ebidensya. No? And in the original decision of the Supreme Court, inuphold ang Section 7 ng Rules of Impeachment na dapat may hearing proper, may issuance ng subpoena, may question and answer sa mga witnesses, may presentation ng documents upang mapag-aralan ng mga members ng Justice Committee. Now, we are complying with these rules.
Okay.
Now, we are complying with the decision of the Supreme Court. The situation now, Igan and Connie, is noon, nagreklamo sila dahil walang hearing proper. Now, we are giving this hearing proper and yet, nagre-reklamo pa rin sila. No? So, to the Filipino people, rest assured that we will follow strictly the rules of impeachment, the decisions of the Supreme Court, and the Constitution.
Pero ma'am, ito lang ang tanong ko. Kasi nabanggit nga ho ni Igan kanina dun sa aming panayang kahapon kay Attorney Powa na maaari no, na iakyat pa rin nila muli ito sa Supreme Court. Ano pa ba ang nakikitang nyo na po pwedeng iakyat muli at ano hong magiging epekto na naman ito? Baka sabi kasi parang hindi na naman matuloy.
O kaya dugtong ko lang, sabi nila dati, nabanggit mo, walang proseso. Ngayon, eto,
May
may proseso na.
kaya nga, ano pa bang loophole kung meron pa man?
Ano itong
Oo.
nakikita nyong parang kilos ng
Iaakyat.
defense team ni BP Sara?
Actually, yun din ang katanungan namin eh. Nung una, ang reklamo nila, wala daw compliance to due process dahil hindi pinag-aralan ng ebidensya. Diba? Kinatigan sila ng Supreme Court and as a matter of fact, dineclare na unconstitutional ang first impeachment complaint. Diba? But that was back in 2025. The decision of July 2025 na nagkaroon pa ng subsequent resolution of January 2026. No? Now we are giving this hearing proper. Now we are strictly complying with the requirement of due process. Kaya nga, titingnan muna natin yung mga ebidensya. We will verify them to make sure na may basis talaga itong impeachment process na ito. So we do not really understand where they are coming from. What are they seeing from the proceeding? Considering that we are strictly complying all the requirements of the impeachment process. No? Tsaka, alam mo, Connie, Igan, ang tagal na nito eh.
Kaya nga.
2024 pa itong
Yes.
mga aligasyon ng confidential fund, threat against the president, unexplained wealth, no? I think it's about time na instead of going too technical, sagutin na lang itong mga aligasyon na ito sapagkat ito ang matagal nang hinihintay ng taong bayan.
Pero-
ang kasagutan
Oo.
ng ating Vice Presidente.
Pero may panawagan na itigil na muna yan dahil sa global crisis natin sa presyo
Yun
ng
din,
petrolyo.
oo.
Ang gobyerno ba'y na tumitigil pag may ganitong emergency, yung ganitong
Crisis.
accountability? Ika nga.
Both the global crisis, the oil crisis, and the issues of accountability are necessary and important if we are talking about the betterment of our nation, no?
Oo.
Kasi ang sabi ko nga in my previous interviews, if we have honest and accountable officials, we will have a better nation today and in the coming days.
Mhm.
But if our officials, our leaders are not honest and not accountable, then the Philippine nation will not be at its best. No?
Mhm.
So, but to answer specifically your issue on oil crisis, hindi naman po tumigil ang Kongreso. As a matter of fact, before we started this impeachment hearing, naipasa na po namin yung bill
Oo.
on the grant of emergency power to the President for the purpose of suspending the implementation and collection of excise
Excise tax.
taxes.
Mm-mm.
That is for the purpose of reducing the cost of petroleum products in our country. Kaya hindi naman po natutulog ang Kongreso. What
Opo.
we're doing, in fact, is a parallel action.
Okay.
Habang may gumaganap sa issues of accountability,
Mm.
ang iba po nating mga kasamahan ang gumaganap sa ibang national issues which are intended for the betterment of the life of our fellow countrymen.
Oo. Congressman Luis, no, kahapon sa panayam pa rin, gusto lang namin makuha reaksyon ninyo. Dalawa lang po yung pinupunto eh. Yung pagpapasabina ng bank records at yung pagtawag kay Ramil Madriaga. Ito raw parang fishing expedition, naghahanap ng mga bagong ebidensya na wala daw doon sa complaint mismo laban kay BP Sara Duterte.
I beg to disagree to that, Igan.
Oo.
Yung kay Madriagang affidavit, yun ay nandoon sa impeachment complaint, both the third and the fourth impeachment complaint. Talagang kasama na ang affidavit ni Ramil Madriaga.
Mhm.
Now, the reason why we are calling Madriaga to our hearing is to verify kung totoo ba ang nilalaman ng kanyang affidavit. Because if we don't verify,
Mhm.
how are we going to vote on the determination of the existence of probable cause? Now, about the bank records, this was mentioned also in the impeachment complaint. As a matter of fact, in support of that, nagpakita pa ng dalawang salin kung saan ibabangga itong mga supposed income generated by the impeachable official with the SALN, as explained by the Honorable Congressman Terry Ridon. No?
Apo.
So I beg to disagree to that. Lahat ng mga sinapina na documents ay nagmula sa mga allegations dun sa complaint, and
Okay.
some of them are already supported by attachments.
Okay, ma'am, yun pa rin ho kay Madriaga. Kasi sinasabi po ni Representative Rufus Rodriguez na parang kini-question niya yung polluted source daw ito dahil sa kanyang karakter. No? May parang character na defect in a way sa kanya pong mga past, no, na may mga murder cases and so on and so forth. Ito ho ba pag-uusapan din, ano ba para ba tong makikilatis din ho ba si Madriaga kung papaharapin po sa inyo?
Yes, of course, the credibility of Ramil Madriaga will be tested during the hearing. But let me respond to that. No?
Apo.
Polluted source. How can we consider Ramil Madriaga already as a polluted source? Yung kanyang perjury case pending, yung kanyang kidnapping case pending. And remember, there's a constitutional guarantee of presumption of innocence,
Mm-mm.
which Ramil Madriaga is supposed to enjoy, no?
Mhm.
Kasi hindi pa naman siya convicted na prisoner. He is a detention prisoner.
Apo.
And of course, they are at full liberty. Si Congressman Rufus Rodriguez, whom I respect so much, he has the full liberty to test the credibility of Madriaga once he is presented before the Justice Committee. No? Of course, nag-object si Congressman Laila De Lima dun sa kanyang manifestation
Mm-mm.
on the credibility of Madriaga kasi premature.
Mm-mm.
Hindi pa dapat dinidiscuss ang evidentiary until the witness is presented before the Justice Committee.
Kamusta
Oo.
po yung kanyang safety naman itong si Madriaga? Paano ho masisecure pagdating po diyan sa hearing? May mga kailangan po bang dagdag pa na gagawin po ang Kamara para ho sa kanya?
Well, pursuant doon sa naging motion ni Congressman Shell Jokno for his
Opo.
protective custody,
Mm-mm.
we directed the Office of the Sergeant at Arms of the House of Representatives and the Legislative Security to make the proper coordination with the BJMP
Mm-mm.
and the SILG, as
Apo.
well as with the court where the case is pending, to make sure that he will be transported safely during hearings and he
Apo.
will be in the best and safest detention facility while the Justice Committee is hearing these impeachment complaints, no?
Okay. So ano pong mensahe niyo kay BP Sara Duterte?
Wala naman po tayong mensahe kay VP Duterte except for the Filipino people. Rest assured that we are following strictly the rules of impeachment, the Constitution, and the decision and the resolution of the Supreme Court on the Duterte versus House of Representative case.
So ito ay walang
Ayun na
personalan
nga
at
sasabihin
hindi namumulitika. Ha?
Oo.
Ito ang mensahe, one-on-one, walang personalan.
Thank you, ma'am.
Ingat po kay Congresswoman.
Salamat po sa
Kailan ang
oras.
susunod na hearing?
Thank you. Well, our next hearing will be on April 14, no?
Ah.
As a matter of fact, we are trying our best to translate it to the level of our beloved countrymen, because after all, this impeachment process is the extraordinary power that was given by the Constitution to the sovereign Filipino people. Kaya gusto ko, they are with us as we go along in this impeachment hearing.
Opo. At maganda yan, after Holy Week, nagnilay-nilay na ang lahat.
Sana nga.
Ingat po kayo,
Thank you po.
Congresswoman. Salamat.
po.
Maraming salamat, Connie and Igan, at nais ko lang pong batiin lahat ng aking mga kababayan mula sa ikalawang distrito ng ating lalawigan. Maraming salamat po.
Thank you.
Thank you po sa inyo, ma'am. sa
Batangas
oras.
2nd District Representative Jervil Luistro, Chairperson po ng House Committee on Justice. Pinasagot lang natin siya sa kahapon.
Hilingan, walang pinoprotektahan.